Let me ask you guys a question. What is the most you ever spent on rent? Was it 1,000, 2,000, maybe 3,000? Well, dig this. On CNBC Make It, there was a video of someone that spent $4,150 living in an apartment. Not any regular apartment. This one is quite unique. I want to share this video with you guys and give you my comment, and we're going to see exactly how she's living.
I did not know that my building had a door to the mall when I sent in my application, but it was the best discovery in the entire world. It is now my absolute favorite feature of my apartment, and whenever anyone comes to visit me, it's sort of my party trick to show them what my backyard is, which is an entire mall, which is so cool, and it honestly gives me so much entertainment and joy every single day.
Okay, I think I've done seen it all. I really did. People live in so many conditions. I see people living in cars. I see people living in the woods somewhere, camping, in RVs, all type of situations. Now we're talking about living in a mall. Okay, first of all, you gotta imagine the housewarming party. The housewarming gifts that she's gonna get is gonna be amazing. No one has any excuses. You literally have to walk through the mall to get to her apartment. So number one, that is amazing. And number two, you can imagine how much shopping she's doing. Every single occasion, anything that pops up, she'll be very tempted to go into the mall and go shopping. You might get exclusive discounts, become friends with someone, you might get an employee discount. There's so many advantages, but I don't know. It sounds extremely expensive and tempting.
My name is Rachel Kogan. I'm 34 years old. I live in Miami, Florida, above a mall called Brickell City Center, and I pay $4,150 per month in rent.
Now, okay, I actually live in Florida, but I live in Orlando. But if there's anyone out there that lives in Miami or been to that Brickell Center mall, is it a very expensive mall? Because at least being an expensive mall, you don't want no wrinkly-dinky mall where you're living in, but from the pictures and it's in Miami, and I know Brickell is an expensive city, that mall has to be extremely expensive. Now, 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath, $4,150. That is ridiculously a lot of money. That is about what? $49,800 a year. $49,800 a year on living in an apartment on top of a mall. That is insane. Now, I had to figure this out because they always recommend, even though nowadays it's extremely difficult to do this, people try, but it's hard, but always recommend try to at least have your rent 25% of your monthly pay. So to figure it out, all you need to do is 4,150 divided by 0.25, 25%, and that comes up to $16,600 a month. And the salary that you will need to have is at least $200,000 a year. And remember, this is after taxes. This is not even before taxes. This is after taxes. So it sounds like she's doing pretty well. Hopefully, we're gonna figure out how much money she's making, but if she wants to stick to 25% as recommended, that's how much her annual salary needs to be.
I moved from New York City to Miami in 2021. I was really ready for a change. I wanted to live a little bit closer to my parents, and I just love Florida. I love the weather, I love the vibes, I love the people and the culture, and I thought that it would be a really fun adventure.
Now, I do love Miami as well. The aesthetics, it's awesome, but man, it's ridiculously expensive. To me, it's extremely overpriced. And it's kind of crazy as well. She came from a very expensive place where there's rent in New York. New York rent is extremely expensive. And she moved to, out of all places in Florida, Miami, which has the most expensive rent. Now, I was a little nosy. I did a little research, and I wanted to see exactly how much her salary is. How can you figure that out? Of course, Glassdoor. She put down exactly what kind of job she had, which was a VP in social media relations, and the name of the company was M Booth. Yeah, M Booth. So according to Glassdoor, she makes anywhere between $169,000 a year with $20K in commission, which is not that bad. So with the amount of money she makes, it seems like she's making this budget work. My mind goes to places like, man, I could live somewhere a lot cheaper, probably $2,000 rent, even $2,000 of rent. It's probably a nice place. Invest, just invest. That extra $2,000 she's not putting towards rent, that could be what, $24,000 she could put in investing a year. $24,000 she could put in investing. Instead, she wants to live on top of a mall. Me no like it. Damn, wait a minute. $114 a month on utilities? What kind of utilities it? Well, I mean, I had to think about this a second. She's probably smart. She may be taking showers in the fountain. I'm only kidding about that, but she could probably get guest Wi-Fi, right? I mean, the mall most likely has guest Wi-Fi. So she could log in, get free Wi-Fi. She'll probably have some trouble streaming, but she probably get away with it. Nah, there probably is a lot of perks that she could get away with being in the mall.
At first, when I moved into the mall, I definitely was shopping a lot. But now I feel like I've leveled off. I understand my limits and I have a pretty good relationship with my shopping right now, but I still do love it and it still does bring me a lot of joy.
Okay, listen, let's be quite honest about this whole situation. Especially ladies, they love to go shopping. Hey, us men, we do too. That'd be pretty sweet, right? For at least 1 year to be able to live in the mall, go shopping and balling. Just 1 year though, because after that, that's it. I'm pretty sure that is never gonna end. I mean, oh, someone's birthday, go to the mall, buy a gift. There's so many occasions popping up. You wanna just go in the mall and always go shopping. Especially, listen, you're coming home from work, you're walking into the mall to go to your apartment, you're seeing signs of things being on sale, you're gonna get really tempted.
The apartment was originally listed for $3,100 a month. I offered $3,350 a month. I also offered a bit higher rent because, again, we knew that there were other offers and we really wanted to make my offer enticing. And after debating with my realtor, we thought that that was a really competitive offer that would probably win, and it did. The first year I lived in this apartment, my rent was $3,350 a month. The second year I lived in this apartment, my rent was $4,200 a month. And the third year that I've lived in the apartment, my rent was $4,150 per month, which is what I currently pay.
Whoa, wait a minute. Let me try to understand this. Let me try to really understand this. First of all, I never knew there was rent wars, okay? You had to compete to get that apartment? You had to go above and beyond the asking price to just get it? What? There really is no apartment out there that I'm just dying to get into that I'll pay more than my budget. She went $750 over her budget to get into that apartment. And remind you guys, it's a 1 bedroom, 1.5, that's it. That's it. That's all you're getting. 1 bedroom, 1.5 bath, that's it. To me, that seems insane. I really would never do anything like that. And especially if you notice as well, the first year was $3,350, I think is what she said. Then the second year went up almost $900. So why this crazy fluctuation with the rent is just absurd. But I still can't, I'm wow. I'm just shocked at the fact that there's pricing wars for rent. Now I know times is hard and people are trying to get cheap rent, but still, man, to know that people are not able to afford to get a home. If you guys are out there struggling to try to get a home, man, drop a comment down below because I know it's really hard. And some people are dealing with rent being so high that you have people willing to pay more than the asking price to just get in. That's something else, man.
I paid 2 security deposits that were each equivalent to 1 month of rent, which was $3,350. One was for the building and one was for the owner of the apartment. Technically, renters aren't always allowed to have pets in buildings. My dog is a service dog, so we had that going for me, but we obviously wanted to make my offer as enticing as possible for the owner, so that is why we decided to offer a pet deposit as well.
Okay, guys. Okay. Hear me out. If you guys know the answer to this, please drop a comment down below because this is something that I'm just always struggle with. What's the criteria of having a service animal? Like, what is it? Like, the landlord probably said no pets. It's like, oh no, but have a service animal. Service dog in this case. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to judge. But from looking at her, she seemed okay. Now I understand some ladies and some people, they live alone, they get worried, they want a guard dog. But that dog is not a guard dog. It's a very small dog. Very small dog. And I mean, I don't get the criteria. Overall though, guys, I'm being honest with you, I would not pay $4,150 a month on rent in an apartment on top of a mall. That sounds absurd. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of my video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.